Before we dive in today, I want to let you know my newest audiobook is finally available. Pro Wrestling History, 6 Threads and 16 Decades is a wild roller coaster ride starting all the way back at the US Civil War and then rocketing forward to the main event of WrestleMania 35. And you can get it today on Audible. I'm Mike Quackenbush, and this is Till We Make It. Throughout my own career, I have been really lucky. I have worked in front of the cameras as a pro wrestler, referee, ring announcer, and commentator. And I've worked behind the scenes too, as a promoter, booker, agent, coach, and consultant. And here on Till We Make It, I make videos for professional wrestlers at every single stage of their career. Today, I want to break open the 6 steps to starting your own wrestling promotion. The first step you must undertake when starting your own wrestling organization is getting all the legal stuff out of the way. And what do I mean by legal stuff? I mean things like licenses, permits, and insurance. Now, I already have a video on this channel all about getting licensed as a pro wrestler and as a promoter. And I'm going to link you to that video at the end of today's video so that we can keep this train chugging right on down the track. But just to give you an example, here in my home state of Pennsylvania, getting a valid promoter's license costs $100 per year, and you must maintain an insurance bond with the state in the amount of $10,000. In order to get a lot of this legal stuff set up, you'll need to decide what name you intend to promote under. And if you consider this to be a long-term endeavor, then give serious consideration to incorporating using that name. It's relatively easy to set up an LLC, a limited liability corporation, using LegalZoom.com as an example. I'll make sure to link you to them down below. I know LegalZoom off the top of my head because I have used them personally for a multitude of projects over the last 15 years. And once you go about incorporating, the next thing you need to do is set up a bank account for your company. You can do this easily at the same bank where you do all of your personal banking, but you want to make sure that you get a checking account for your business. That way, when important things come up like we're about to talk about in step 2, you have checks printed with your wrestling promotion's name right on them, and they will match up neatly with your promoter's license and your insurance bond. Step 2 to starting your own wrestling promotion, you're going to lock in the venue for your very first show. And it will probably come as no surprise, I've got a video already on this channel about how to do exactly that. So not only will I link you to that at the end of today's video, I think I'm going to make a playlist of all the relevant videos so we've got them in one place. Nevertheless, remember this: until you sign a contract and or the venue cashes the deposit check you've given them to hold the date, the venue isn't really locked in. And you can't move on to step 3 until you have a venue locked in for a specific date. If you're new to all of this, you might hear that and think, Mike, why do I need to know the specific date? Well, it's because you can't begin booking the talent for your show until the date is confirmed. If you were to start calling wrestlers and say, hey, are you available to come work for me? The first thing they're going to ask you is, what is the date of your event? And if your response is, oh, I don't know, I was thinking sometime in August, well, ultimately, you're just wasting your time and theirs. So if you've cleared all the legal hurdles and you've got a venue locked in for a specific date, now you're ready for step 3. You're going to start booking the talent for your pro wrestling card. And when you make that initial contact with the talent you're interested in booking, provided they are available for the date and they are interested, you want to make sure to cover with them the date of your event and the call time, meaning what time you expect them to show up at the venue. If the date and time pose no issue, then the next thing you need to ask about is their booking fee. And remember, if the wrestler you've contacted is outside of the general region where your event is going to take place, you may also need to talk about travel expense. This next one is really important, so pay close attention. So, you've cleared all the legal hurdles, you've gotten your venue locked in for a specific date, and you've booked up your talent. Sounds like you're ready for step 4. This is when you put in place your ticketing outlets, and you might choose to handle your ticketing online. I've done that for all kinds of events, and I've used great websites like Attendize and Eventbrite, neither of whom sponsored this video, but are websites I have really used as online ticketing solutions. And I'll link you to both down below. And if you choose to go that route, they are both so user-friendly, you could be set up and running in 10 minutes flat. If going digital only isn't your thing, or you want to diversify a bit with physical items as well, look at Admit One Products or EventWristbands.com. I've used those two companies for anything and everything I've ever needed on that front, and both are super reliable. Once your tickets are on sale, that ball is moving down the mountain. Step 5 of starting your own wrestling promotion? Now it's time to begin marketing your event. And you're going to want to do this with a mixture of traditional marketing, things like posters, flyers, print and broadcast advertising, and social media. Leverage those free platforms to amplify the messaging about your event. In all of your promotional messaging about the upcoming event, you've got to make sure to direct your potential customers to the ticketing outlets that you just set up. So end every promotional message you put out with a call to action. A solid call to action, or CTA, is when you ask for the sale. It sounds like this: don't miss out, get your tickets now. And then include a direct link to the point of purchase for those tickets. And step 6, it's show day. Congratulations! You've made it further in this process than 99% of the people who dream of starting their own wrestling promotion. It's a huge step. And just in case you happen to refer back to this exact video as you're packing up and getting ready to leave for the first live event of your brand new wrestling promotion, remember this: every live show you ever produce will find a way to serve you some lemons. And as the person in charge, it's your responsibility to turn those lemons into lemonade for the customers. Are you learning something here? Then drop me one of these down below. And while you're there, join the Till We Make It tribe. Subscribe and enable the notifications too. Popping up on the screen right now will be those videos I alluded to, like the one all about licensing, as well as a tutorial on booking venues. So if starting a brand new wrestling promotion is in your immediate future, you better click on those right now so that you can keep on learning.